running for Vice President ako. Sabi ko, it's not at all a bad idea. And if there is a space for me there, siguro. Pero kung wala akong space, everybody is crowding up, wanting to be one Vice President, sila na lang muna kasi tapos na ako. But there are things I'd like to continue, and that could be dependent on also of the President that I will support. Kasi kung mag-Vice President ako, yung kalaban ko, punta partido, kaya ni Pacquiao, salita ng salita na 3 times daw tayo mas corrupt. So I am challenging him, ituro mong opisina na corrupt. At ako na ang bahala, within 1 week may gawain ako. Maglista ka, Pacquiao, at sinasabi mong 2 times kami corrupt. Ilista mo yung mga tao at opisina. Kung hindi, namumulite ka lang. And I would say na I will be, if you fail to do that, I will campaign against you because you are not doing your duty. Do it, because if not, I will just tell the people, do not vote for Pacquiao because he is a liar.
President Duterte says running for Vice President in 2022 is not such a bad idea. But running with Senator Manny Pacquiao as his running mate is no deal. Metro Manila and 6 neighboring provinces will remain under General Community Quarantine, or GCQ, until July 15. President Duterte apologizes to parents as the resumption of face-to-face classes is still off the table. After a video of improper vaccination in Makati went viral on social media, Mayor Abby Binay says it was human error. And a Fil-American transgender woman wins the Miss Nevada USA crown. It is now set to compete in the Miss USA pageant. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Charles Lejano. President Rodrigo Duterte appears to be warming up to the idea of running as vice president in next year's polls. After rejecting calls from his PDP-Laban party mates to go after the second highest office, Duterte last night said it wouldn't be such a bad idea to vie for the vice presidency. He said there are things he'd like to continue doing in government, but he also said that it will ultimately depend on the presidential candidate he will support in the upcoming elections. He didn't specify who he's looking to support among the possible presidential goals, but one thing remained clear. He's not keen on supporting Senator Manny Pacquiao. In fact, Duterte lashed out at the lawmaker last night, challenging him to substantiate his claims that corruption worsened under the Duterte administration.
Hindi ko sinasabi walang korupsyon. Kaya nga ituro mo. Kasi yung lahat na tinuro ng iba, pinaalis ko na sa gobyerno. I put you on notice na isasabi ko lahat at kakalabanin kita panahon ng eleksyon. Pag hindi, I will just be another son of a playing politics.
Meanwhile, the chief executive all but formally endorsed his chief legal counsel, Sal Panelo, who has been spotted making rounds in provinces and meeting with influencers who could help his possible candidacy.
Secretary Panelo pala, my favorite candidate for senator. Tatakbo ka ba? Sabihin mo na para malaman ng mga tao. Alam mo, Sal, maraming tao na hindi nakakaintindi sa iyo. Pero pag nalaman nila gaano ka stricto, very strict sa disiplinado ka sa trabaho mo. At kung alam lang nila ang paano umaandar yung utak mo, bibilib ang Pilipino. Ako, bilib ako sa iyo. Bilib ako sa utak mo. You are the presidential advisor, legal advisor of the president. At marami kang naibigay na mga opinion na nagamit ko
In other news, President Duterte has also announced the new quarantine classifications in the Philippines until July 15. 6 cities across the nation, along with 12 provinces, are still under modified enhanced community quarantine until mid-July. The complete list of MECQ areas are now flashed on your screens. Metro Manila, Rizal, and Bulacan will remain under general community quarantine with some restrictions, while Laguna and Cavite are under GCQ with heightened restrictions. Meanwhile, Duterte also approved the recommendation of the IATF to place 6 cities and 13 provinces under the regular general community quarantine. These areas are now shown on your screens. On the other hand, the rest of the country will be under modified general community quarantine. During last night's address, President Duterte had also reiterated his decision to postpone the resumption of face-to-face classes. Duterte explained that he simply wants to avoid exposing children to COVID-19. For now, the chief executive says that they will observe the development in other countries before changing his stand on the matter.
Ako naman, naghingi ng patawad sa inyong lahat, sa mga nanay, tatay, kasi ma-delayed ang edukasyon ng mga bata. Patawarin lang po ninyo ako kasi hindi ko talaga kayang magbigay ng pahintulot na pwede na silang normal sa eskwelahan. Kasi kung magkadisgrasyahan, buhay ito. I cannot gamble, I said, with the life of our children. Mahirap yan. Kasi ako ang mananagot sa lahat.
The Makati City government admits that human error played into the viral video that showed a vaccine recipient getting jabbed in the arm without actually receiving the shot. But the DOH is looking to investigate whether there are other unreported instances of incorrect or incomplete vaccinations. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro gives us a front seat to the story.
If there's anything worse than not getting vaccinated, it's thinking that you got the jab when you really did not. That's what happened in this video of a nurse jabbing a vaccine recipient with a needle, but forgetting to press the plunger on the syringe.
Okay, tusok na ako. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
At first, officials dismissed the video and questioned its authenticity.
Ang tagal na natin nagba-vaccinate, wala tayong instances na ganyan eh.
We will investigate and we will impose the necessary penalty right away.
But on Monday, Makati Mayor Abby Binay confirmed the video was taken in a Makati vaccination center on June 25, Friday last week. Binay said it was an honest mistake by a volunteer nurse and has since been corrected.
We acknowledge the video. It was human error on the part of the volunteer nurse. Volunteer po siya na nurse. That was immediately corrected. This happened June 25 and June 26, bumalik po siya sa aming tanggapan at pinakita po ang video at nakita naman po na hindi ho nga siya nabakunahan kung kaya't binigyan ho siya agad ng bakuna.
But the incident raises the question, how many times has this happened in the past? According to Dr. Isaac Maturgo of the Manila Health Department, this is how it is done.
We check the quality of the vial, check natin kung unopened, hindi pa talaga siya nabuksan. Then we also check the syringe, baka mamaya po palyado kasi we aspirate the vaccine into the syringe. Dun sa required amount, dun sa desired amount. Usually after po ma-aspirate, nakita po namin walang air na present sa syringe and yung needle okay naman po siya. And syempre po, i-administer namin yung vaccine. Deep intramuscular.
Each used syringe must be disposed afterwards. One patient, one syringe. No exception. Dr. Maturga says no such incident have been reported in Manila. Curiously, no one seemed to have noticed that the syringe plunger was still fully extended when they disposed of the syringe. But Dr. Maturga says the nurse may already be exhausted from vaccinating people the whole day.
Usually po understaffed po tayo, wala na pong palitan, halos everyday na po kami nagwa-vaccinate. Kaya po ganun na rin.
Still, if the vaccinators are already too tired, it then becomes a valid public health concern. An antibody test can confirm if a person has been vaccinated or not, but it can only be done 2 weeks after receiving the jab. The health department and Dr. Maturgo advised against it.
Pero hindi po practical yun. Dapat right there in there, dun sa site mismo.
To be sure that the vaccine was injected, Dr. Maturgo said a swelling sensation should be felt in the injected muscle. But the most practical advice is to check that your syringe is empty after the injection is done. I'm Jacob Lazaro and we are One News.
Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana has ordered military hospitals to assist in the national vaccination rollout. Lorenzana explained that he made the order in anticipation of the arrival of more vaccines in the country. Among those included in the list are 20 Army hospitals, 8 Air Force hospitals, and 11 Unified Command hospitals. That's on top of a few ships and airplanes that can help deliver and administer vaccines in far-flung areas.
I have alerted the military hospitals all over the country. Ito po yung mga hospital ng mga Philippine Army all over the country to assist the LGUs in the vaccination program. In addition po, mayroon din tayong mga 11 barko na pwedeng magpaghakot ng mga vaccine kasi meron po silang refrigeration capacity na malaki. At isa pa po, yung ating mga aeroplano din ay handa ring mag-transport ng mga vaccines mula Manila po ng probinsya.
Filipino-American trans woman Cataluna Enriquez is set to compete for the title of Miss USA 2021. That's after she snagged the Miss Nevada USA crown yesterday. Stunning in a rainbow-inspired gown, the 27-year-old TRANSPINAY bested 21 other candidates to become the first transgender woman to be in the running for Miss USA. If Enriquez pads that title too, she will be the second trans woman to compete in the Miss Universe pageant after Spain's Angela Ponce back in 2018. In a Facebook post, Enriquez thanked everyone who supported her Miss Nevada stint, including the entire LGBT+ community, who she says was always included in her victories. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again later at 10 a.m. as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We're One News.